Hello everyone and welcome back to Life of Wonders. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Polo and I love making videos of dolls, toys and Disney collectibles. So if you like this kind of content, definitely stay tuned to my channel. Now today we're going to be unboxing, reviewing and also comparing with other previous sets and previous same fashion dolls that I do have from Beauty and the Beast. I was super excited when this was just came out of nowhere basically, and it was all very quickly and it happened equally. I mean, it was released at the same time everywhere, that is in the States, in Europe, which it doesn't normally happen that way. Normally, I believe it's released so much earlier in the US and Asia sometimes, and then it arrives in Europe a while later, and sometimes it just never arrives, or maybe for another year or so. I mean that's definitely happened with the Sleeping Beauty playset, and also with the Jasmine one. I don't know. I mean, I got them because I have friends all around the place, and I can just trade it somehow. But I'm aware that these sets are actually sometimes difficult to have in continental Europe. I think that in the UK is also easier in the way that the UK has a lot of supply for not just the UK but also for shipping out to Canada, New Zealand, and Australia, and so they have higher amounts of things, even though the UK is a tiny place, I mean a tiny country compared to the whole continental Europe, but they are the suppliers for these other massive countries. So yeah, I don't know, there's a lot there. But anyway, here it is. I actually made a video of the Hasbro release of Madame Garderobe with the basic Hasbro doll, and I think there's another like extra fashion that is a version of the blue dress. And then I received as a gift the very same sort of like yeah, the same character, Madame Garderobe, as a jewelry box that was also released for the 30th anniversary, I think. And it's a really nice sculpt on its own. But I believe it's actually shorter or smaller. Even though like the paint is on point, it's really nicely made all around, and it resembles a fully functional wardrobe for the most part, compared with these two, like this one that we're gonna get here and the Hasbro one. These will have like fake, bits and pieces. Then the other one, as it's a jewelry box, all the spaces are used individually, I think. But anyway, I will make a comparison of the three of them at the end of the video. I'm actually going to be keeping this one, and I know my sister is a big fan of Beauty and the Beast, one of my sisters, and so I plan to give her the jewelry box because it's just so nice to have around, especially if you're a Disney fan. And what I will do with the other wardrobe from the Hasbro set, because again, like I tend not to have repeats just now because it's just a waste of space really, and so I just have to pick the my favorite. I'm a little bit hesitant between picking a favorite of the belt that I do have with this dress from the 90s, because I always like having a version of from the 90s because it was my childhood. So anyway, but I will share her with you at the end of the video as well. Anyway, what I was just saying is that the other wardrobe, I think it will be going for I will give it away to my nephew because my nephew is so much into the Disney princesses right now, and I really want, like, I don't know if he's like, I mean, he's so obviously showing a lot of interest, but I really don't know if he's like in a position in which he's just asking for everything he wants to his parents. But I'm here and I'm a doll collector, so I think it's going to make him really, really happy. So anyway, this is the box. I have been talking too much. The box is really cool. As I've previously said before in other videos, since I've been reviewing every single playset, the only one that I the two ones that I don't have as for now are the Tiana and her kitchen playset and the camp for Mulan as a warrior. But I'm actually working on that. They're in my wish list and I will eventually get them because I love a playset to just like, be creative with my dolls. So anyway, this is the box. It's pretty cool, as I said, because it all these playsets are presented in such way that if you're in an inbox collector, even though the prices for these it should be like around 35, 36 euros, 30 Great Britain pounds, and around the same in US dollars, like 35, 36 or something like that. The only thing is that, again, in Europe, it sold out immediately. And there are a lot of resellers, and it's okay, but I mean, seriously, since I'm always like checking and keeping an eye on things, and I again, like, I have good friends that keep me posted on these things, I tend not to miss out. But I'm just so sick of the people who's missing out on these things are just like super normal. The prices are super cool, like 35 euros, but the limited amounts for the European country, like this one sold out in the US, but it definitely sells out sometimes in one day in Europe. And because we just get so, little amounts, depends on the country, but it's just like most of the time it's the same. The only country that will have a higher stock, it's quite possibly the UK, because again they supply other countries. Um, and so I've seen people reselling these for at least double the price, and I'm always feeling bad for all the people who have to, because okay, like in other reviews, people might say, oh, this is 35, 36 euros or dollars, or whatever, so it's so worth it. The thing is, for so many people, this is going to cost so much more than those 30 something. And that is why, I mean, I wish everyone could get it for 30 something, and it will definitely be so worth it. And I am so against, and I have to say it because I feel for all you collectors who might not really have as, as much fans as, other people, and to be part of this abusive system in which people just get them all and then resell them. And I don't like it. Anyway, I got mine, it's fine. But seriously, stop doing that, because yeah, you're just breaking the mud. Sometimes people is like, okay, I would have paid 30, 40, even 50 euros, but I won't definitely be paying 70 euros for it. So there is a lot of collectors who might be giving up, or collectors or fans. I mean, you don't really have to be just a doll collector. Imagine if you're just a Disney fan of this movie that happened with the castle collection from the last castle, they sold out immediately in all countries in Europe, and people were reselling and are still reselling for triple the price, if not more, which is outrageous. I mean, I wouldn't, like, my advice always is don't pay that amount. Don't give the satisfaction to these people and wait for an opportunity, because there will always be someone who will be probably selling it later on for a lower price. You know, and again, like I'm a collector of high-end pieces, like the Walt Disney Classics collection pieces, the Showcase, the Jim Shore, the Old Sesky, and all those. And I would rather save to have these super detailed ones than definitely a triple price whatever currently in the Disney store. That is my opinion, you guys. But anyway, I sorry that I just speak too much, but I have to say it. I have to say it because it's not fair and I don't like it. What I do like is this set though, and I hope you enjoy this review and it helps you probably decide if you want to get it or not, if you're cool with the jewelry box, if you just want the figure, if you're fine if you find the Hasbro version of it. I don't know, so hopefully it will help. At the end of the video, as I said, I will be comparing all three wardrobes and the two bells that I do have with this outfit. Again, one of them being from the 90s and this one, and the other one, because I got the deluxe set of dolls in which the magic mirror was included as well. I believe this dress, I don't know, probably not. I think that the last time we saw this dress from Disney Store was from a singing bell that I don't have as such. Um, but I don't think it was part of, or probably just the cape was part of it. I don't know. Like I remember having the cape for whatever reason, even though the cape is not part of the 90s one that I do have. But I don't know. It's weird. But one thing that they've included this time, it's the amazing Plumette that I believe is just like this the first time it's included as a 112 scale version. Is it 112? I don't know. 1/6, I don't know. I mean, this doll is 11 inches, so I guess the plumette is about 3 inches or so, and we normally don't get this character. We got it for the live action because it plays like an important part in that movie with Lumiere and all that. But this is the first time I see it for like a doll set like this one. And then of course we have over there we have Mrs. Spot and Chip, and then we also have a little comb, and yeah, that's basically it. The wardrobe looks pretty cool because I was thinking, okay, this is like from the promotional pictures I thought it would be so similar to the jewelry box, but in reality it's actually adorned a little bit more than the jewelry box. I believe that the jewelry box is actually more uh honest and accurate to the animation, because in the animation there's not a lot of embellishments on the cartoon. But it's pretty cool anyway, and the dimensions are pretty cool. So this is the box. There is a silhouette of the Beast Castle right over here. We can read Disney Princess Belle Wardrobe Playset around here. Then there's a picture of the wardrobe when it's opened, so you can see that it resembles the one from the movie, having the drawers and you know, the space for hanging up the clothes and all that. And then on this side we find a beautiful sketch of like a thoughtful bell, chandelier, roses, and the continuation of the castle, which is very pretty. And what I was saying before is that the way it's displayed is beautiful for inbox collectors. For the price, I don't know if I would like, I don't know, sometimes I would agree on keeping inside the box things that are like incredibly valuable, that you're just so afraid that the value will decrease just out of having it out. But this is a playset in reality. I mean, and the good thing is I always recommend this. You can always take it off or out of the box and then place it back if you like this scene. I believe that for whatever reason, like what I'm seeing on the background, I will show you in detail, but it appears to be like the ball, the dance room, which it doesn't really make sense because this should happen in Belle's room, not the ballroom, but I can see like the windows in the back. We will see. And then right over here we can see that there is a really nice window that again it makes me think of the dance room, the enchanted rose, Mrs. Pot and Chip, another chandelier. And now I'm going to show you the back of it, in which we find a beautiful picture of uh, Belle and Beast dancing. Then this silhouette that is always so beautiful, and they've kept it for all the princesses, for everything, the fashion sets, everything. So we have the castle, the rose, all the different characters, and then these are the contents. So I mean, this is coming from the it's something there moment from the first movies, and then there is another, like, you could associate it with Enchanted Christmas, that is the spin-off, or not the spin-off, but the second Beauty and the Beast 2 movie, but she's wearing another complete outfit. And I think that what I'm going to do, I also have from one of the fashion sets the green dress. So at the end of the video, I will be comparing all that with the wardrobes. I don't know, it kind of makes sense to make it all together in this video. So this one comes with what I believe is the most accurate to the animation dress in terms of color, shape, texture, and everything. She also comes with this couple of like high arm gloves in very pale pink, which is super cool. I don't think she's wearing those in the movie, but it's super cool to have them, and I think I will be using those for the one of the Ariels with the pink dress, or yeah, I think she's going to look amazing. It's going to look amazing with those. Then the cape, and then everything, it's here. So what I will do is, like, I will take it all out of the box, and then I will get into details, and then I will do all the comparisons, and hopefully this will be super helpful. Okay, so before I continue, I just took the inner box out, and I wanted to show you how everything is displayed. I mean, we can see it so much better without the glare. There is the wardrobe, which I think, even though in reality it's supposed to be bigger than this, I think it's a really nice size, in terms of, I think it's very similar to the height of the one for Rapunzel as well, and it's very thick, which is something that the Hasbro one was lacking, and it's actually taller than the jewelry box, I think, as well. We will see at the end. And then here we find Belle. She's like having the same sculpt as the classic doll, but obviously the hair is styled with a huge ribbon at the end in pale pink, which is very nice again, because I hate when they are giving them really thin ribbons or even plastic ones. And obviously her hair is styled different, as different than when she's dressed for the dance. And then there we have the cape, the mirror is reflective, and then here we have the characters. The paint job is amazing, really, for all of them. So yeah, super happy. So now I will proceed with the unboxing. Well, so as I was just predicting, we are having the scenery or the background of the ballroom, which in this specific context, it doesn't really make a lot of sense, because Madame Garderobe is supposed to be in Belle's room, but in a way, I don't mind as much. Like, for all of you who might need a backdrop of the ballroom, for like that, you can actually place um both Belle and the Beast standing up really nicely in this box, and recreate somehow the scene of the dance. So it's not too much. The colors obviously are more up, more they resemble the interior of her room, but then at the same time is the ballroom. Anyway, thought I would mention it because again, like the boxes, you just need to like hide those minor openings, but other than that, they're really nice backgrounds. And the good thing is that it's tall enough to place both Belle and Beast on display inside if you wanted to. Well, here we have everything out of the box, and I am loving it. Well, first of all, I have to say that I, of course, had to invite my winter beast because it just goes extremely well with this bell from There's Something There. Um, Scene, and I just love them all like together. They're just perfection. They're really really close to how we actually picture them both in the animation. And as you can see, here's the wardrobe, and I think it's a very decent size. I mean, in reality it would be a little bit bigger, but it's just one of the biggest ones um we've got. Like, in fact, after this I'm going to be comparing this bell with another one from the 90s, and I'm going to compare all three versions that I do have of the wardrobe. And yeah, I believe that quite possibly the sculpt of the jewelry box that was released for the 30th anniversary definitely helped producing this sculpt and, you know, plastic form and everything, but it's definitely bigger. And there are things added. Unfortunately, I noticed that well, my wardrobe has the paint around here a little bit chipped, but that is fine. I mean, it could be a little bit of the reflection. The colors are very similar to those that we can find in the movie. I believe that the white isn't as white, uh, you know, and this green is a darker shade of green. But other than that, it's pretty cool, and it's quite thick at the same time, which it's kind of very important for the overall sort of like feeling of it. The only thing is that, of course, as the well, the two doors are quite small. Like, I mean, quite small. It's perfectly, I mean, it's a really nice size in reality, but if you were to fit a whole dress there, it would be a little bit problematic because it's like a rather small space. The Hasbro one is pretty cool in the way that these drawers are actually shrunk, and so this space is bigger and it's about the same size. So you can definitely fit the Hasbro, um, you know, dresses that tend to be a little bit shorter than the Disney Store ones. But as you can see, the details are pretty cool. Well, on the outside, they have added these carvings of roses all around, which are adorable. Again, I don't think that was present in the animation. It is not present in the jewelry box, but I think it adds, I mean, if it was just, you know, the white thing without those embellishments, it would be so much more yeah, poorer in my opinion. So it's, I'm super happy that they've added that. And then when you open the doors, there's also a little bit of extra embellishment in these, you know, at the corners, even though it's the same color, but generally it's really nicely painted. It's just that the, you know, it's a bit chipped over there. I mean, it's not perfection because again, this is like a playset, but it's really really cool. Then we can see a piece of like cardboard. No, it's actually a sticker, I think. Yeah, it's like a cardboard stack. So it's a sticker and it's a bit of a wallpaper of really nice things, like roses, ribbons, and stuff. And it, I mean, yeah, there's a lot of space there. And then there is a simulation or fake drawers on this side that you can just basically open, and then you will find two more spaces in which I actually fitted, because I was recording the unboxing last night, and this is the following day, and so I could just place everything inside these two cabinets, which is pretty cool. And it's also very cool that it looks, so close to the animation when it's closed, and the drawers are really nicely painted, textured, and everything. Another thing, there's another space here that is like these two drawers that are, piled together. Wow, I had a lot of problems. It was kind of a stuck to actually open it, and it took me a very long time because I really didn't want to damage it. But it was really stuck inside, and I had to use like a really slim knife to take it off. But anyway, so what I will do now is like, no, I won't push it till the end, because it's kind of hard to I don't know, at least in mine it could be like the plastic how it's assembled together, but it's obviously kind of hard to you know um um take it from here because the handles are pure decoration, although it's pretty cool. And then even though they are stuck together, the effect is pretty cool as well. And then you have more space to place things inside. So that is there for Madame Garderobe. And then here we have Plumette, the feather duster. This one is incredibly nicely painted. It's like good quality plastic. It's quite heavy, and I think that the proportion, when compared to the 11-inch dolls, are really cool, really nicely done. I'm super happy to add this character to my collection. Um, then I actually took both because I noticed that in the Enchanted, well, not the Enchanted Christmas, sorry, there is something that is seen. She's not wearing gloves as such, even though I think that I will find this super helpful because they're pale pink. Normally we get these for Cinderella in white or in light blue, but in pale pink is actually quite nice to have a pair of gloves. Another thing is that we have these hanger. There's only one which I would have appreciated to have, at least a couple more. In fact, the Hasbro version of the wardrobe has at least three hangers. But anyway, it is what it is, and this is the hanger. Then we have the reflective. I mean, it's fake. It's a sticker, but it's really nicely done. Like the magic mirror, the sculpt is pretty cool. Again, this was part of the deluxe gift set that I believe it was released in between 2011 2013. And it's pretty cool. The only thing is that it was held by rubber band, so there's not like, sometimes they do have like I don't know, some sort of bracket for you to like fit it there. So if you want any of the characters to hold it, you would need elastics for that. But anyway, it's really nicely done. Then we have Mrs. Potts. She's looking so cool. She's really nicely painted. And I think again it's because I think I have another set of Mrs. Potts and Chip, and she's definitely larger, but I think these sort of like size is perfection for these dolls. And Chip is just so adorable. The painting is very good as well, as you can see. um it's obviously cheap there. Oops. It's just so tiny. And then we are given a comb that it's I don't know if it's like there are a few different textures. This is the one that we received for Belle, is in a bronze color, and it's very pretty just to have, yeah. I like it. And then moving on, well, this is the Beast. We've seen it before in another video. Again, he's dressed as for the winter scene, so that's pretty cool. It's just that I wanted to show you how they look side by side. I know that this set from the limited edition release is extremely popular. I actually have the Beast, and I think I've showcased it before, but I'm not sure. And then I instead of just having the doll, which I had, I actually just kept the limited edition dress, and I used that. If you know, scroll down my videos, you will find my limited edition Emma Watson doll wearing the winter outfit, and also the Pirates of the Caribbean outfit as well, which I think is very accurate to the period time. And I made a couple of fun videos of that. So those are really popular, but these are actually the most accurate to how they are portrayed, or you know, pictured in the animation from this scene. So this is the doll. I mean, I've already placed the cape that is super cool because it's very nice quality, even though it's not lined as such. The fabric that they've used, that is velvety on one side, and then it's kind of like softer, not quite satin, but you know, softer. I mean, it's not rough from the inside of it. And then okay, so yeah, it's one piece that velcros on the back, and then you have a space, sorry, you have a space to take the little hairpiece with the big bow, which I love. Like they did the same for the Ariel doll from the Kiss the Girl playset, just giving her a really nice big bow, which I appreciate so much, because the one that I got from the um you know, the dinner party be our guest playset had a much smaller fabric bow, and I had to customize it to be bigger, because again, it's just make it just makes the doll so much appealing. And then the hair is just like all wrapped in like this raw, and it's super soft. Mine does not have any sort of like gel whatsoever, nothing. um and here you can see like the details of the dress. It's very beautiful. It has a little bit of like um which I left it inside to just you know, give it a little bit more volume, like paper. And then she has the flat shoes, or flat feet with rosy pink flats. But I love that the cape is actually just going all the way down, and it just looks so cool, so cool. I also love like the different materials that they've used, like this satin, but then there's another shade of satin for the sleeves, and then there's this organza material, and then this mesh here, and then there's a little bit of mesh just around the edge of it at the bottom. And even though there's like glitter, I don't hate it. I think that the color palette is really close again to the animation, and I love the beads that have been also sewn onto the dress to just give it the final appearance. And I think that the hoodie looks so cool. Everything looks so cool. And now I have just here my 90s. Okay, I will leave her here. My 90s version of this dress, which it's kind of different. It's very different. It was my preferred one up until now, of course, which I prefer this one because it's, again, it's just more accurate to the animation. But I love this doll, and again, I don't think I will be parting with her. If anything, I think that maybe I will just keep the dress aside, and I'm going to use her to be displayed with one of my Victorian collection of dresses from Barbie, and I think she has that originally sort of like body shape, which I think it will fit very well. I mean, the dress is very kind of accurate in shape to the movie. It's a little bit shorter. I like this sort of like satin material better than this plasticky one, for especially for the skirt. And I also like the ruffles at the end, and that, in the 90s, instead of using glitter, they use this reflective material or holographic material a lot. But I think it's so much better than the glitter because it gives you this sparkly finish, but without the cheap feeling of glitter, which I'm not a huge fan of. But the colors are definitely, I think this was actually called, it's from a series that is called Sparkle Princesses, and it was released by Mattel. I love her face. Again, I tend to have at least one doll that is just coming from the 90s because it's my childhood, and then the ones that have been released later on. But this one I have to keep. She's having beautiful shoes as well. I prefer these ones so much better than the flats, definitely. And the color is actually like a burgundy. I mean, it shows very red, but it's more of a burgundy mixed up with like red. And there is like glitter here, but the glitter is just, it's actually embedded on the fabric in a way that it doesn't shed as this one here. And plus the glitter is actually just red as opposed to all the colors, or the normal glitter that will reflect the colors of the light. And yeah, it's very beautiful. It's just that the colors are much more darker. The way haha is style is with like three ringlets and a little bow. And she's just looking so beautiful. Probably not as close to the animation as the newer ones, but just so incredibly beautiful. I also love the fact that she's having earrings. I think that's very, very special, and she has that very innocent look. And yeah, I love this doll anyway. So I thought I would just put them side by side so you can see the differences of actually the same character wearing this same dress, but being released like many, many years apart. And now what I will do is I will present another version of Belle, that is the one that is actually wearing the green dress from the library scene. And I got that from the fashion set a while ago. And that one is going to present you with the comparison of the three wardrobes that I have. The one that I just recently reviewed, the jewelry box, and the Hasbro one. So I'll see you in a bit. Okay, so here we are, and as you can see, I have placed the three different versions of the wardrobe right here. And I wanted to introduce you to my library saying Belle, that is wearing this beautiful outfit that was released for the um, wardrobe set in 2015, something like that. And the reason I'm actually showcasing her now, it's because inside of this wardrobe we're going to be finding a sticker that will show both the this dress and the one that is coming from this set, like there's something that winter dress. And so here she is. Also, you can have like a slight, well, I mean, the thing is they aren't like as tall, sorry. But here you can see like the size comparison, and in my opinion this wardrobe is actually the best in terms of size when compared to an 11-inch doll. In fact, I already made another video in which I was comparing these two around Christmas time, I think. I believe that this one is the most accurate to the animation in terms of colors, painting, everything, but it's actually rather small when you because even if you were like displaying it, which you can like a little bit elevated. Oops, I mean she fell. It's still like sort of like small in a way. So I'm happy that they came with this one, and that is what I was just saying before. I think that this cult of this that was released earlier by the Disney Store definitely helped for creating um this wardrobe later on, because it isn't exactly the same, but face wise it's very similar, and I think, yeah, it definitely helped. Another thing that I like about this one is that it's very thick as well, as it's supposed to be from the movie. It's just that it's short, but it's a really nice piece. It's really heavy, it's very high quality, it's better painted as well, and more accurate. Again, like the colors are super accurate to the film. Okay, so that is that one. And then this one is the Hasper one, that is so much thinner. The only good thing is that when I only had these two, I actually like this one very much because it was the tallest, and it was like what appears. Okay, she's fallen so many times, poor Belle. um I don't know, she displayed so much better with this one, even though the quality, it's just, it differs. I mean, it's not huge. Like, of course, there are differences, but any of these would actually look pretty cool in anyone's collection, I would say, to be honest. Like, without being extremely picky. Like, obviously, this one is my favorite and is the one that I'm going to keep. This one, my mother, I just discovered that she started using it, and in fact, there's like pieces of jewelry inside. Um, but it's going to be for my sister because she's a big fan, and I think she is going to love it. And even though this is the most accurate, the most luxurious and everything, at the end of the day, what I want is like a background for my dolls. So this is the one that serves better, and this one is going to be for my nephew, and it's pretty cool as well. Like you will see right now, and the interior is actually very nice. In fact, I like the interior designed, you know, the yeah, a little bit better than the, I mean, this one was like more plain, even though again it's just super cool. I love it. It has more detail. I also like the extra embellishment that I was just talking about that the original one does not have. And now I will open it. um so here I actually removed a few of the jewels. I think it there's only just a few here, and I thought that every single drawer was independent, but in fact it's not. There are two cabinet pieces, so they're like this drawer. This is slightly easier to move, even though it's super heavy, because the handles, as you can see, are more pronounced, but also different in design. Um, and there's also like a magnet that makes sure that it's closed when it's closed. So I mean, this is actually how it looks in the movie in terms of like color wise and all that. Then there's this big one here with two more drawers, and there's another. Again, it's full of magnets, so even if you were moving it around, it won't fail. um Sorry, it won't fail. Seriously, I'm recording this late at night, and I'm a little bit tired. It won't fall, you know, because it's delicate and it will break. I mean, this will definitely break if you, but you know that it's just kept in place because of the magnets. And then there are three hooks there for, bracelets, necklaces, etc. And here it's where my mom had a couple of earrings and stuff, and these are the two lower ones. Obviously there's much more space in this one, so just to make sure. And then it closes like perfectly. And then moving to the I guess that everyone's probably least favorite because it doesn't have as much detail, but again, it's super cool. I think I like it very much. It has different embellishments, like, you know, textured around here, and also like the rose sort of like handles. I think it's pretty cool. There's another version of it with the green doors, but this one, for whatever reason, which I think is the last released, it comes with this deep yellow orangey doors. The one thing I like though is that, as you can see, the doors are so much bigger. So again, when we open them, and it came with this extra dress from Hasbro that is like the peasant blue dress for her. And since Hasbro dolls are usually smaller, I mean, as you can see, it can actually yeah, it can actually serve of hanging a full-size dress, as opposed to this cabinet there, because it's actually bigger. So that is one thing I like. The other thing is that, as opposed to just having the drawers here, there's like a shelving space, but there is like a drawer sort of like background, so that has been kept there. I also like the how they've added roses and butterflies, and again, so I actually love the three of them in different ways. I don't think this is so much worse in reality. It's just different because it has another thing, all the things that I do appreciate. I was also mentioning that it came with, oops, one of the hangers. I mean, it's thinner, but you can definitely still fit a couple of dresses inside. It came with 3 hangers with a rose motif as well. And I appreciated that because for this one, even though there's so much more space, we only got 1 hanger. And I will see, okay, if I can hang this one. As you can see, this is the problem. So, I mean, we can put it like that, but it won't display as nicely as in the Hasbro version that it's just like really nice in terms of how it's displayed. And then another thing, and that is why I mentioned, or I shared with you this doll, and then of course the one that came with this, is that for the background they've used this cardboard that actually in the back is like this cardboard. And I also like the detail, the rose pattern of this like fake sort of like textured applique. In reality it's pretty cool. And then we can find both dresses, the one from the library and the one from the winter scene. So yeah, I mean, this has been the comparison of the three wardrobes availables. um just let me know which one you prefer, or like the best, and I'll be super happy to get back to you in the comment section down below. I hope that this review has been helpful, and if it's been helpful, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, because that's definitely a really nice sort of like feedback that I appreciate, and I know that you're liking these videos in which I'm actually putting a lot of effort. I mean, I love making them, but I just try to make them as comprehensive in the way that I am. I'm not just like reviewing this set, but I'm just trying to help you out in case you had doubts when you are a collector and you don't know which one you actually want, and you might be thinking that this one is the best looking, but then it doesn't look as good when put beside one of the dolls, and then you might think that this one is just so much poorer, but then when you see them all together, it actually is pretty cool at the same time. So again, I really hope this is helpful, and I get that feedback from you. I have, of course, so many more videos to share that I will be sharing like I'm actually uploading videos almost every day. So and I'm super happy because again, this is something that I truly like. For now, I hope you all stay safe and I'll see you very soon. Bye bye.